Okay, so it seems that we've got an update on the VShojo and Ironmouse situation, and this time it's to do with the whole response that VeiBae put out, and it seems like Ironmouse has actually acknowledged it and even talked about it over on stream, which is quite surprising considering how safe Ironmouse and a lot of the VShojo talent have been in terms of, regarding addressing a lot of these situations, as there could be some kind of legal repercussions behind it. Obviously, there's a lot of NDAs and stuff floating about, and obviously VeiBae, as soon as the NDAs went forward, she went and spilled everything over on Twitter, which I actually covered in a previous video, and we went through all of that together, and obviously it exposes quite a lot of horrible stuff that went on behind the scenes of VShojo. And obviously I was surprised to see that recently Ironmouse has actually reacted to this and kind of talked about it a little bit in the sense of just like, addressing a lot of the stuff that VeiBae has said, and even praising her for speaking up about this kind of stuff, which is very surprising, especially considering how careful she and a lot of others have been whenever it comes to revealing a lot of stuff. But let's get into the clip, as this is one of the clips saying Ironmouse's reaction to VeiBae's tweet makes us say more information about the VShojo situation. So let's take a look.
Thank you so much. I don't know if you guys let me see what else I could say.
Obviously, as well, just to butt in here, she's quite restricted on what she can say. She doesn't want to spill too much to ruin anything, so just bear that in mind whenever she talks about this video.
Well, I did talk about last.
What about SilverVale and VeiBae? Have you given any consideration in approaching them to reconnect and chat with?
Obviously, yeah, so this is coming from a donation message of someone asking about SilverVale and VeiBae. Obviously, they were the ones that kind of disconnected from the group, a while back, and they were obviously talked about, to the other members as being greedy and stuff like that. And obviously, that kind of put a big hole between, obviously, the relationship and their friendships.
I haven't spoken to them yet, but I have seen what they have said on Twitter, and I'm taking my time with reconnecting with people.
I think that every streamer that...
thank you very much. I'm taking it very slow with getting to talk to people again.
Bumping this chat message.
Silence, TTS. I paused TTS. Thank you. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for wanting me to talk to people, and I appreciate the fact that you guys just want us to all heal and reconnect and stuff. I'm gonna be taking my time with things.
Yeah, and obviously, I think Ironmouse's approach to things recently have just been to be kind of like slow and steady with this kind of stuff. Obviously, there's been a lot of companies that have been reaching out to her, and a lot of agencies have been reaching out to her, and she's just like, can you guys not just leave me alone for like 2 seconds, please? Because obviously there's a lot of people that want to kind of get in there and want to kind of, talk to her. But again, obviously, it's totally up to her to take it a little bit slower, because there's probably a lot of people that she needs to reconnect with. I mean, you think about the amount of people that VShojo have gone behind their backs and kind of lied about them or manipulated a lot of the situations. There's probably more people outside of Silver and, VeiBae, whether that's staff, whether that's VTubers, whatever, that she needs to reconnect with as well. So obviously it's going to take a while to do that.
But please do not pressure me to do anything. But don't worry. I am working on things, and I'm doing things at my own pace. It's a lot. I think just like everything that's been going on, processing everything has been extremely difficult. And it's tough. It's tough not just for me, it's tough for everybody involved, so give people time. But I did read VeiBae's tweet, and that was holy Jesus.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy,
holy
to be fair.
Jesus.
It was that long tweet.
Man. Yeah, she popped off. Like, man, she has balls. She's a giga chad. Like, no joke. Yeah, you could tell she was waiting to say something for a while. And I'm glad that she got to say what she had to say. I'm really glad she got to say what she wanted to say. I feel like there are just so many people that just wanted to say stuff, but so many people were trapped behind NDAs and stuff, trapped behind crazy paperwork.
Yeah, and that was one of the big problems as to why it was so confusing and why we didn't know a lot of the stuff that was going on behind the scenes was due to a lot of these NDAs. A lot of the NDAs restricted many people from telling people the truth. You know, there's obviously a lot of times where VTubers are saying, you know, coming out and saying, you know, they left VShojo due to like money issues, they haven't been paid, but then they're like, oh, but I can't really explain the rest of it because I'm under NDA. And obviously, yeah, it's so hard for, you know, obviously someone to come out with this information to say that, you know, this big change has happened, but not be able to say the real reasons why this has happened because you got placed under an NDA, which, yeah, just sucks.
And could not speak, you know. A lot of I'm trying to dance around things to not like outright say stuff, because unfortunately I am as much as I would like to say everything, I can't, because I'm in the middle of like I have a lawyer and I'm in the middle of like a legal thing going on.
Yeah, so I think there is some kind of legal like lawsuit or something going on. I don't really know exactly who she would be going after, whether it's Gunrun or VShojo or whatever, because obviously VShojo is no longer a company. So again, it'll be very interesting to see how that kind of plays out. But I think, yeah, Ironmouse is another person who's still going to be a little bit more careful, even though the NDAs are technically void now due to VShojo shutting down. But again, I think that, you know, it's definitely important for her to be a little bit more careful whenever it comes to this kind of stuff, because obviously you think a company that is struggling, a company that isn't very good financially, is going to take any opportunity they can get to sue her and get money out of her, you know, just so they can kind of save a little bit of what they've lost. And obviously it's horrible, but, you know, it's just a true kind of fact in this world.
So I can't really be as outspoken as everybody else,
Yeah.
which is killing me, which pains me a lot, because I have a lot to say. You know, I have a lot to say. And there have been things that I have seen. I have seen some things. I've seen some things. One particular thing that is frustrating the out of me that I really want to talk about, but I can't. And it's like, I'm trying to like word this in a way where it's just like a way so that my lawyer doesn't get mad at me. Does it involve the talent? I will say there are some staff members that were amazing. There are some staff members.
Yeah, some staff members. So a lot of the staff members were not so amazing.
That were wonderful. And that tried their best. They tried their best. They tried their best. Some. There were some staff members that truly had the feelings and thoughts of the talent in their hearts, and truly wanted to fix things and make things work, and some that did not understand the full picture of what was going on, because unfortunately there were a lot of people that were being misled and misinformation being relayed.
So yeah, obviously that just kind of exposes a little bit more behind, you know, what VShojo have been doing and how they've been manipulating a lot of their talent and also their staff whenever it comes to the actions that they've kind of committed, and you know, a lot of the stuff that they were doing behind the scenes. A lot of people were left in the dark. A lot of people were vetted against each other. And obviously it's a terrible situation altogether, and I'm glad that obviously Ironmouse has spoken about this VeiBae post, because obviously it includes a lot of information, including obviously one of the kind of people being a creep and not able to talk to some of the talent due to them being a creep. Obviously Motendu, the co-founder of VShojo, which is pretty crazy. And obviously they're talking about some other stuff as well, for example like them having an expired lawyer. It does expose a lot of really crucial information to the VShojo, okay? So I'm glad that Ironmouse brought it up and brought attention to it so that more people can at least go over that. Obviously she's not really able to talk about it as much or give her kind of side to things and, you know, back up a lot of the statements, but at least she can be like, you know, she spoke up, she did a good job. Here's a you know, go over to VeiBae's page and look at it, and obviously that's kind of what she did there. Obviously she was just talking about it on stream, and hopefully that kind of, you know, drove a lot more people to go over there and take a look and to see what really had been happening behind the scenes over at VShojo. And I'm glad that obviously Ironmouse is thinking about obviously reconnecting with a lot of people like VeiBae, like Silver, because obviously, you know, they were pretty close back in the day. And obviously whenever all of this kind of stuff happened, it seems like a lot of things got revealed about how they've been manipulated against each other, and how, you know, actually there was actually nothing wrong between them, and that maybe they could become friends again. But hey, you know, we'll have to wait and see what kind of happens with that. Obviously, they're all indie now. So, you know, maybe we'll see a collaboration happening in the future. You know, we will never know, but obviously we'll have to wait and see if there's any kind of updates to that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update on what was going on, because again, I thought it was very interesting. And I thought that, you know, obviously it shows us a lot to do with what's been going on behind the scenes at VShojo and what Ironmouse has been saying about it. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this, because again, I'm very interested in what you guys have to say. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Go over to GameSubs, use my code CASA, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.